Welcome to Sir Ellis Boxing Fact Judgmental Facts. Let's judge this fact. Bivol vs Beterbeiv. I watched this fight 3 times. 3 times. I had to watch this fight 3 times because I heard how people complained about it. Reality is, the way I looked at it, Bivol won that fight. If you want to argue, you will tell me what rounds and what did you see. When I looked at that fight, there is no round that you could say, yes, Beterbeiv deserves to win this fight. This is just the reality. This is just reality, simplest reality. Bivol won that fight because he did more than Beterbeiv. Beterbeiv didn't throw a lot, didn't do much than Bivol. You know, when I saw Beterbeiv active, it was on round 11, and that was already late. You cannot fight from 1 to 12, and then the only active round is 11, and you win that fight. It's impossible. I don't agree with Eddie most of the time when he speaks. I feel like he's just making noise. But on this one, I think Eddie have a point. I think Eddie is correct actually. It's first time I agree with Eddie. But Eddie Heine was telling the truth when he said Bivol won that fight. Beterbeiv knows as well that Bivol won that fight. Beterbeiv knows. Even Bivol, I saw how Bivol's coach was so trainer, how he was so pissed and angry. He even mentioned things like Beterbeiv won that fight because he's with top rank. He mentioned those things that he doesn't understand why Beterbeiv won that fight. I'm one of those people who also don't understand how on earth Beterbeiv deserves to win that fight. For me, it doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. I ask myself questions like, how is this thing being judged? Is it judged based on which platform you're fighting from, or what is happening? At first, I was like, okay, fine, it's a close fight. But I watched it 3 times at one day, and I was like, no, there's no way Beterbeiv won this fight. There is no way. If they wanted to cheat Bivol, they could have made this fight draw. But on this fight, Bivol did well. They robbed Bivol. There is no round that you can say this one makes Beterbeiv to deserve this win. There's no round. When I looked at it, I was like, no, there's no way. There's no way. Even if I'm not a judge, but a professional judge knows that Beterbeiv didn't win that fight. It doesn't make sense. I watched that fight round by round for 3 times. I asked myself, what did the judges saw that we didn't see? And how do we judge fights? This thing of having judges who are biased, it's going to cause a lot of people. And a lot of people, because they keep quiet, not condemning these situations, they will want to react and talk when it's happening to them. But as for now, they just keep quiet and do nothing. So it's a problem. I feel like a lot can be fixed, but who is willing to fix? Because I think people put money first and then they want to fix later on in their career or in future. For example, there was this referee who helped Pacquiao to win a fight. Now that he's all then retired in boxing, he comes and say, I have helped Pacquiao. Pacquiao was knocked out. An old man came and rescued Pacquiao against, is it that Indian guy or what? I don't know his name. I will look for his name. That guy beat Pacquiao, knocked Pacquiao out, but the referee made a way for Pacquiao. So my point is, until we have fair, we need to live in a fair world whereby we see fair fights. But this narrative that if a fight it's a close fight, it's a tight fight, a favorite can win the fight. It's unfair. We need to give the rightful winners their win because they work hard. But I saw that Beterbeiv is big. Imagine taking those heavy shots from Beterbeiv for 12 rounds, and you are throwing more than him. You are the one putting all the work. You are the one attacking, doing all those things. But at the end of the day, they give him the win. For me, literally, I'm disappointed with the judges. The way they scored that fight is totally wrong, completely wrong. They cheated Bivol. But it's a straight win for Bivol. He deserves to win that fight. He deserves to celebrate that fight. something must be fixed. Boxing must be, I don't know who's going to fix this, because the legends stand with people who darking. They comes and tell us nonsense. They tell us that you don't have to take all the fight. You don't have to fight the Metondoris. The legends, the people that we used to look up to, fighting, respecting them, seeing them as one of the best. But today they come and tell us that it's okay. Certain fighters can avoid fight. That's what they tell us. Certain fighters can cherry pick who they wanna fight. They don't have to take all the fight. That's not boxing. That's a politics. We don't wanna be in politics. We don't want to bring politics in boxing. Because if there is a metondori by a law in any belt, you need to face those metondoris. Making excuses, it's either you drop the belt, you move up, or you move down, but you have to move. You have to fight the Metondoris for you to move up or down. When you go up, obviously, that is why Canelo made a decision to fight Bivol. Unfortunately, Bivol showed him that he's a small boy to him. He beat him like never before. He went there to collect belts, but he doesn't want people to collect belts in the division he is. And then the likes of Roy Jones Jr. comes and tells us that Canelo doesn't have to fight all the Metondoris, all those fights. He doesn't have to. But it's boxing. Boxing have Metondoris. We need fair judges in boxing. This thing of being under certain promotion company allows you to win and do as you please. Is be arrogant, go there, win, because you have a promotion company that is doing certain things that are not allowed. It is not boxing. It's going to ruin boxing quicker than people expect. Boxing will go down sooner than people expect if things continue like this. Because every day, I believe that boxing lose fans based on how they judge, how they move. A lot of people came out after Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, said Lomachenko won that fight. I'm like, which round? Because I watched that fight 3 times as well. But they can't even fact those racist fans most of the time. The ones that comes and tells us that other fighters didn't win. They can't even tell us fact. With Devin Haney, I was like, really? They can even manipulate all people like Nelly, like Shako, all people professional as well. People who we see as role models. They can manipulate them to that level, to hate their own people like that. I was so disappointed, and I'm like, I regret listening to Nelly music. I regret following Nelly when I was young, because now he shows who he is. He's real him. He shows that. And I'm like, back in the days I didn't know that. Now I know. And what is this? You hate your own race, you hate your people to the level that you will side with a person who didn't do much and say he won that fight. It's impossible. We need to be honest. We need to judge fights fair. That's needed in boxing. Fairness. Please don't forget to like, comment, share. Let me hear your opinion. I'm so disappointed that judges judging like this. Bivol deserved that fight. He won that fight. He did more than Beterbeiv. If you want to disagree, you are also welcome. Give me facts, give me rounds. I will go look at them. But the rounds that I watched, from 1 to 9, from 1 to 12, I'm not convinced at all that Beterbeiv had a chance. Beterbeiv won that fight. I'm not convinced. Maybe if you can teach me something that I don't know about boxing, how the judge is supposed to judge. But honestly speaking, I deeply believe Bivol won that fight. I am really convinced that Bivol won that fight. You can help. You can comment and tell me that no, the reason why Bivol lost that fight is because of this and that. If it makes sense, I will understand. But for now, I am convinced that Bivol won that fight. Say LS.